Hello guys, today I'm going to show you this look here. It's using a baked foundation for a very natural finish to the skin, as well as a serum blush for a little bit of an added natural glow, with a peachy monochromatic finish to the eyes and a half lash for a little bit of a flirty finish. I've already got the Dr. Jart SPF Beauty Balm on my skin, which has a tiny amount of coverage, and I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in the shade Coconut Flakes to brighten around my eyes and a little bit just around my nose to cover my redness, as I'm not entirely sure how much coverage I'm going to get from this baked foundation. It's new to me and I wanted to try it, so if it's good, you guys can see it. So this will add a little bit of coverage but also brightness, and then I'm going to go in with my Sigma Cheekbone Highlighter F03 brush to press that into the skin. I love to use a big blending brush like this to really press that into the skin. Using a smaller brush takes a little bit more work and sometimes it can get a bit of a streaky finish, whereas if you use the belly of the brush to press this in, you get so much more of a flawless finish. I will list and link everything I've used in the description bar for you. I'm going to use what's left on the bristles to press that around this part of my face where I tend to get a little bit of redness. So the baked foundation I'm going to use today is by Laura Geller. I have both the Baked Balance-n-Brighten foundation, which is a colour correcting one, and I also have the Baked Balance Glow, which is the illuminating foundation. And I have these in two different shades. I have a medium and a fair, so I'm just going to mix the two together. These are what they look like. They're really attractive. And then I'm going to use my Laura Geller Kabuki brush. As you can see, this is a retractable brush, which means you can use it at full length, which is a bit softer, or you can pull the retractor up slightly. This will create more of a dense finish, and that means you can pack the foundation on. Both of these foundations are light to medium coverage, so you can build them up. The Baked Balance-n-Brighten Colour Correcting Foundation is a natural finish, while the Balance-n Glow Colour Correcting Foundation is a satin finish, so you can choose which one works best for you. They also do one called Double Take, which is a matte finish, and that is a full coverage. So if you're more oily and you prefer a fuller coverage, you can always try that one. The colour correcting one is great if you have rosacea and you find that your skin tone pulls a little bit warm and red in areas. The colour correcting one is great, and the glow one contains vitamin C. So I've done one pass over my entire face and this is how it looks. I love the finish. It's got a really nice radiant glow. You can still see my skin through it. Being as I am slightly oily, I will need to apply a finishing powder or a setting powder just to take down some shine as the day goes on. As I'm going for a more natural finish, I thought I would do a monochromatic look, and I'm going to use this Serum blush by Laura Geller. The shade I'm using is Poppy Peach, and it is a twist action, and you can draw the fluid up through the top, and it also comes with an interchangeable sponge. So just using my finger, I'm going to pop this onto my lips for a very soft peachy finish, and I'm also going to swipe that over my eyes. I will apply a little bit of powder over my eyes because I don't want it to move throughout the day because this is a serum. But what I did notice is that the blush lasted all day and it kind of dried down. I thought it would stay a little bit tacky. Before I continue with the eyes, I'm taking my bareMinerals Endless Summer Bronzer in the shade Faux Tan and my 127 Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush by ZOEVA to pop this on around the circumference of my face. I was just deciding whether I needed any bronzer through the socket of my eyes, so I thought I would continue with the skin first. Just take this through anywhere that the sun would naturally hit. You can also take this underneath your cheekbones to softly sculpt this area. Here's where I'm taking a small amount of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder over my eyes to make sure that that serum on the eyelids is not going to go anywhere. Next I'm going to take the Laura Geller Kajal Longwear eyeliner in a dark brown shade, and I'm going to pop this on the outer corner of my eye. I like it to be thicker as it gets to the outer corner and thinner as it gets towards the centre. And as this is pointed, I use the very tip just to run that close to the root of my eyelashes as we get towards the inner corner. To keep this really quick and easy, I'm going to use my finger to soften it. It's so soft and it does set in place once it dries down, but it's not hard to remove. It comes away lovely with makeup remover. Now you could leave it like this. You know me, I like to pull the outer corner out slightly just to elongate the shape of the eye, especially as today I'm going to be using half lashes, so the eyeliner will just accentuate this. Because it is so soft, before it dries down, you can use a brush to softly pull this out and it will just do all the work for you. It really is effortless. If you go onto the Laura Geller website and click the link for this particular pencil, you'll see that they're using a mature model just to show you how it looks, and it's so beautiful on her. And I think there's about 12 different shades of these Kajals, so there is definitely something there for everybody. I'm taking that also halfway across my lower eyelash line, and again just using my finger to smudge it out for ease. But you can also use a brush if you're funny about the eye area. I'm also going to take it on my waterline just on the outer half as well. I then decided to go in with my Endless Summer Bronzer and pop a little bit of that through the socket. Now that we've got the eyeliner on, I decided I did want a little bit more warmth just through the socket. And the brushes that I've been using here are the BK Beauty brushes. Any of them with the dark red handle are BK Beauty, and if you want to try them for yourself, you can use the discount code Shonagh10 for 10% off. For mascara, I'm also going to use the L'Oreal Kajal Longwear Mascara. This is a tubing mascara, which means it comes off just with water. It doesn't flake. It does say it doesn't clump, but I felt like it was a little bit sticky. However, I do really like the wand. I personally think that the mascara photo on their website actually contains fake lashes. I know individual lashes when I see them, and I feel like it is a little bit of a false representation. Even though they look as if they're real, I'm 100% sure they're individuals. That being said, the mascara was just okay. It didn't blow my mind. I'm just adding a small amount of extra coverage around my nose and a little bit more of a brightening effect underneath my eyes. So I'm going back in with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer, and it does blend beautifully over this baked foundation. I love to apply a little bit of concealer just here on the outer corner for a bit of a added lift. It is an illusion, but it does make your eyes look slightly more lifted. And again, I'm using my Sigma brush for this. I know it's a highlighter brush, but it really does work beautifully to blend in concealer. And then I'm just setting over the centre of my face with a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. I love this powder because you can really layer it and it never looks cakey. I'm going back to the Serum blush in Poppy Peach, and I'm applying a small amount of that to my cheeks. And again, this is just going to tie in that monochromatic finish to the face because we have it on the eyes, on the lips. And of course, I'm using my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection No. 7 brush. As this is a serum blush, it does give a beautiful natural glow. It doesn't have any light reflecting particles to it. It almost just looks a bit glassy, so you don't really need a highlighter. The last step for me is to apply a half lash on the outer half of my eyes. Just look down into a mirror, plonk them on the outer half of your lid, and then use tweezers just to tuck in both edges so neither end is sticking up and outwards. And then use your fingers to press that against the skin so it lays on your natural lash but butts up against the skin, and then it will seal into place and you won't have a gap between your natural lashes and the false ones. You can also take a full strip lash and cut it in half. As long as it's on the natural side, you'll get a really beautiful finish. And if you find that the outer half of a strip lash is too long, use the inner half instead and place that on the outer half of your eye and it won't be as long. Combing through them helps seal them to your natural lashes. And in case you're wondering, this is from an old Eyelure set, but I will link some half lashes in the description bar for you. And then I'm just popping on some mascara onto my lower eyelashes. I just reached for my Lancome one because I preferred the finish of this to the L'Oreal one. And both of these are tubing mascaras. This is actually the last step. I forgot. I put on this lip gloss called Secondary by House Labs. This contains vegan collagen and prickly pear oil, and it is very lightweight, super hydrating, almost like a gloss, but it's not sticky. And it comes in 4 different shades. And that's it. That is my natural looking monochromatic peachy finish with baked foundation and a serum blush for a very natural finish. As always, I will list and link all the products I've used in the description bar. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please give the tutorial a thumbs up if you did. Please share it with any of your friends that you think might find this tutorial interesting and helpful. Subscribe if you are new to my channel. I upload twice a week and one short on a Monday. You can also follow me over on Instagram where I share all of my PR packages. There you can request those products to be used over here on YouTube. And I'll see you in a couple of days with another video. Bye guys!